Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today I'm going to be giving an update on Ideanomics. I'm going to start with the due diligence part, but you'll find in the comment below, I basically put in where the introduction is, the start of the DD, and the technical analysis if you want to skip to the technical analysis. Now, nonetheless, this will be a wholesome video that will give you a bit more a chance of having an educated decision afterwards. If you'd like to watch my previous ones, you'll find it in the description below. Now, please make sure to drop a like to this video to help the channel grow, subscribe, and leave notifications on. If you'd like to join our free Discord to just discuss things out and talk during the trading day, feel free to do so. Let's jump right into it. So, Ideanomics. This stock has had its past, it had its massive push again for an all-new high, 52-week high in the past couple of weeks, and now we're here again to give another update. Ideanomics is a lot seen like an EV manufacturer, and the worst thing about it is that it fully isn't just that. It's not really currently an EV manufacturer. It's more off a special acquisition company that, or actually it works more off an acquisition company with different shares in all these different companies. Because even they recognize that. You have a company portfolio. You get to see, for instance, the ABOT, Work, Intelligenia, Liquify, Logistogram, Telemetric, and Timios now, and Teletric. Timios is one of the latest ones. Now they have as well the other one that is called the Medisci, and so that is not added on here for some reason. Could be under one of these ones, but that is another one. And so when you need to look into this, take it as not only a potential EV manufacturer in the future, but all these different stuff going on from fintech to technology, EV. It's basically a one basket that holds multiple different fields, which is actually even better for you if you're investing in it. Next events and webcasts and all that stuff coming up will be January 11th to January 15th. Now, in the news for press, there's nothing released new about this, but they really focus on EV sector and fintech solution as I was talking. Now, the next two the last conference was yesterday at 1:30 p.m. I tried to get the presentation for this one, but it seems that I have no luck finding this one. But I do have one thing that I want to mention from there that I found it on Twitter. Clean Tech Forum, San Francisco, that is happening January 21st to 19th to 21st. The Needham Growth Conference, 11th to 15th. This was the actual presentation they had yesterday. What I was talking about in terms of the events coming up. SEC filings, we don't see much new things. One of the last things was the continuation of their SEDA shares, which is the same buy equity purchase agreement for YA. Last bunch of shares added was around 212. So currently I believe it's trading around 180. This is Timios, one of their latest acquisitions, and you get to see that part of why they're having these kind of SEDs is to pay off things like the Timios holding for 100% off their position. And Timios is more now about real estate, so you're not only going to tech or EV, you're even going to real estate fintech. That's what I'm talking about. They're diversifying their portfolio. Another SEDA, I think we're almost done from the 150 million worth of common shares. So it's kind of coming in down there. The next thing we're looking into was their presentation. I did cover this one here, but as I was talking, so they have this is a little bit outdated because it's from September. It won't have the Timios one, for instance. Medisci is in the USA, EMAs in South America and others. MEG or the MEG is in China. Then you have the Asian. I'm not even sure how you pronounce this one. My bad. You have the Teletric there. And there's also more than three priority markets with 4 types of energy vehicles. Now, one thing that I want to mention here, I did try to go on and find a buzz. I really wanted to find this presentation from one of the folks that I know, Penny Stock King here. Solid guy. He has posted this presentation page on here. And I don't know if yep, there we go. We can get it. So I did listen to this one here, and basically he mentions, I believe, either 6 or 7 vehicles upcoming for the Medisci in different ranges, whether trucks or heavy-duty vehicles or transport vehicles, depending on the class they're in, and that's going to start they're going to start being available for sale in the first quarter of 2021. So I guess now they're diving in way deeper into the EV market in North America. So So it'll be available in Canada and in the US. So, and I guess also perhaps Mexico because North America, but the mentioning was US and Canada. On the presentation it says North America. That is something to consider. They try to go on and try to find their market cap. Of course, they are a small cap at 500 million. Now, their net income is negative 156. Not the best, but I'll go through the Morningstar valuation in a second. The price over book is around 8.1, and price over sales is around 23.3. Now, that is substantially lower than the SAP 500, but a big part of this one is the intrinsic value for future. There's a lot of changes that happen with this one, so of course the prices are not adjusted right away. Now, for industry peers, I did try to go on and find something that is equivalent, but unfortunately I'm not able to find an exact company that very much is very similar to IDEX structure. It's kind of unique in its own way as a type of company. Now, moving on forward is the Morningstar report. Zooming right here. The Morningstar report gives this one 3 stars in terms of fairly valued in a sense. Now, the fair value for this one is around 251 and the last close gives it 154. Now, I believe this is a little bit outdated back to November, 20th of November. So, of course, the last close is a little bit higher than that. The fair value is 251 with uncertainty being at the extreme level. Now comes in the technical analysis part. From a 1-week perspective, what we get to see here is that the MACD might be a little bit retracting. The ADX shows in a potential for a pullback. Momentum still strong or positive, and willing percent R has retracted to oversold. Moving averages are looking bullish and it's bearish under the $1.27. Now, on a 1-day perspective, to get to see a bit more of the latest movements, it is currently in the trading action zone, where positive reversals are likely. You get to see it did attempt that bounce over there. Now, it escapes the trading action zone around $1.77. The moving averages are still bullish all the way until it crosses $1.77. Now, ADX shows in the start of a negative trend and the willing percent R is highly oversold. MACD is going towards a heavy negative trend and momentum has tumbled. Now, that is all not good news for us, at least in the 1-day perspective for trading. Investing is a different story, and I'll talk more about investing in a second. 2-hour perspective very much shows in the exact same thing we're looking into. The 1-day perspective, it really shows that there is a pullback, a strong pullback here, that we might see a decrease in value. So the moving average band, it's expected to trade 215 in the top, 195 in the middle, and 176 at the bottom. It hasn't traded that in a while. Now, one thing that I want you to focus on is volume. You get to see this massive spike of volume, and then it starts decreasing. And as we decrease, that's where we start seeing drops. Now, it is expected to see jumps here and there before it stabilizes. Now, the stochastic fast and the stochastic slow are both showing in more of a negative trend coming, or even further on price point. Now, the quick question is, what level do you think that the support is at? The Fibonacci retracements places this support at $1.73. The current resistances are at 231, 278, 324, and 390. Now, we can go on with, let's say, 6 months, 1 day, and try to find the significant supports and resistances. A current significant support sits at the $1.86. Below there, $1.81. Below there, we're looking down to $1.67, and then $1.49, and then $1.32, $1.20, going all the way down to $1.01, and then $89. Significant resistances here are $2, from $2 to $2.20, $2.20 to $2.38, $2.64, and then jumping to $2.99, and then $3.95. Now, Ed, what do you think about this ticker? Now, if you're investing, I do definitely think that this is a good value, and it's going to hold its value for a while. And you don't need to worry about this in the short term. If you're trading, I think there's a pullback here, and we might see a little bit lower, maybe $1.50. Now, of course, as always, I really like this stock to be at $4, $5, $6. Sure, the more the merrier. But it definitely is trending in a way that the psychology of traders trading it are pulling back and getting scared. Now, one thing that I noticed about this one trading is that the level of manipulation that is in this one. Have you ever noticed when you're trading on level 2 the massive walls that get thrown at it? And it really feels that someone doesn't want it to be above $3. And that is the conclusion I'm getting. Why is it every time it runs, it really drops that fast? It is a part of manipulation. It could be maybe bag holders from the $3, just feeling excited to sell, and on the next red candle after attacks, remember that candle went from 475 all the way to 219 and then stabilized at 314. And that is massive. Perhaps it is fear in the market. It's a little bit hard to tell, but if you're trading, it might be time to cash out if you're coming in from the 80 cents. If you're investing, then maybe not lower down your average at this level. Maybe wait a little and see where it stabilizes. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. Have a wonderful